My name is Erin Hafner, and I work in the Office of Annual Giving. This is our second annual Rocket Forward You Launch Lives campaign. We have a donor goal of 1,650 people, which we are this out of the water, right? You guys are all muted, so I don't hear you agreeing with me, but I know you are in your heads, right? So part of the campaign is advocates, which you are all going, thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Kathleen, or Julia. I see these popping up now. You guys have all agreed to be an advocate or assist with other advocates. So I want to thank you all very much for logging on. I'm going to hand this over to Olivia, who's the expert, and she's going to give us some training on this.
All right, well, thank you so much, Erin. I'm happy to talk to you all today. I'm so excited to see advocates turning out for this training today. So what we're going to do today, just to give you a little background on me and Give Campus, the platform that the University of Toledo is using for this Rocket Forward campaign. Give Campus was founded with the idea of making giving back to your alma mater more fun, easy, and social. And this social part is really where you all are going to be able to make the biggest impact and really carry the torch for the campaign. What I'm going to be doing today is walking through all of the steps to become an advocate. I know there are a lot of you on the call, so if it's easier for you to type in questions, please do so, but also I'll make sure to pause throughout to answer any questions that come up, and I'll also be happy to reserve some time at the end to go over any last-minute questions as well. So without any further ado, we can go ahead and get started with the first step to becoming an advocate, and that is to sign up for an account. So as you'll see in the top right-hand corner here, there's this sign up button, and by clicking on that, you're able to sign up for a Give Campus account either by using your Facebook account and linking your information there, or alternatively signing up with an email address. If you have your phones out right now, or maybe your computer's pulled up, you can go ahead and do this from any Give Campus page in the top right-hand corner. And once you do so, you will be signed up for a Give Campus account in about 30 seconds max. And this is a really important step, especially for becoming an advocate. I'll go through a little bit later how that ties in with one of our later steps, but this is step one. Step two is making your own gift. The most straightforward way to do so is by clicking on this big Give Now button here, from where you'll be prompted to this giving page. Here you can choose whatever specific designation you'd like to make your gift towards, whether that be the annual fund or the Rocket Fund for Scholars or something else. If you these suggested giving amounts, you can go ahead and do so, or you can enter a custom amount of your own. You'll proceed to enter your information, and then once you go to the checkout page, you have a couple of options. You can simply enter your credit card number here, or choose to set up a bank transfer either by finding your bank and logging into your bank account here. So if you use Citibank, logging in there, for example, or alternatively, you can enter your bank's routing number and account number. So those are a couple options to make your gift. One other one that I'll highlight, I'm on my computer now, so it's not an option, but if you're making your gift over your phone, you can also use Apple Pay or Google Pay if you have those enabled on your mobile device. And Dan, thank you for sharing the link to the campaign so everyone can follow along with me. I see that you added that into the chat window. So while making your gift through the Give Now button is definitely a great way to go, as you are all the advocates and the ones really inspiring others to get involved, I highly encourage you to consider leveraging your gift as either a matching gift or a challenge gift. And I can go through right now the difference between those. So first, with a matching gift, we'll use, again, that $50 for a point of example. And here you can choose to match affiliation, class year, or a list of friends, or just generally anyone who makes a gift to the campaign. So you can set dollar per dollar, or maybe you're really invested in that donor count. So you can say that you'll give $1 per donor or $5 per donor. You really have a lot of options for how to customize that here. If you would like to match a specific group, you can elect to match by an affiliation, a class year, or a list of friends. And Erin, I don't know if this is something that you'd be interested in doing. We can also set this up to match by designation. So if you would like to match people who are just giving to the annual fund or to another fund, that's also an option that we can think about later on. But one option here is that maybe you're a parent and you want to match all other parents. So you can set your matchup in that way. Alternatively, maybe you're a member of the class of 1999 and you want your classmates to get involved. So you set your matchup just for those members of your class. The last option here is to enter a set of email addresses. So maybe there are a group of friends you have who are always saying they're going to give back and you really want to hold them accountable and challenge them directly. So you can enter their email addresses here, and your match will only apply to those email addresses. The next option here, similar to matches, but different in the sense that they're more high stakes, they're all or nothing, is the challenge. So again, we'll use that $50 for purpose of example. But here you're saying you will give $50 if and only if the campaign gets another, let's say, 10 donors. So your $50 will be given only if those next 10 donors make a gift. Because challenges are more high stakes, we don't allow them to be restricted to certain groups in the same way that matches do. So if you're really ready to inspire a specific segment of people, I encourage you to set up the match gift versus the challenge gift. I just want to pause here and make sure, are there any questions on the difference between matches and challenges? I see we have one coming up here from Julia. It looks like, will that amount show up or just the name as a matching donor challenge? So Julia, please correct me if I'm interpreting this question incorrectly, but when you make your match or challenge, they're all gonna, I'm going over to Holy Cross's page for an example. All of these gifts will show up on the sidebar showing, and this is a campaign that has already ended, but once it's live, it will say something to the effect of Cynthia Price is matching $100 or is matching just for the class of 1999. And similarly with challenges, it'll show Jennifer is matching, or Jennifer set up a challenge for $5,000. And then once it's been completed, it'll say she gave because that was given. Does that answer your question, Julia? Great, awesome. Are there any other questions on matches and challenges? Feel free to keep sending them in as I walk through, and again, we'll hold some time sacred at the end for those as well. All right, I'm gonna just keep moving. So the next step, once you've made your own gift and set that up either as an outright gift or as a match or a challenge gift, is to share the campaign. And here's where I'm gonna loop back to why I said it's so important to sign up for a Give Campus account as an advocate. And that's because when you're logged into your Give Campus account and you share the campaign using these sharing buttons under the campaign video, the product of your sharing is going to be tracked within the Advocates tab here. So I'll go back to Holy Cross to show what that'll look like. But this is the Advocates tab for Holy Cross. And for example, Rosie here became an advocate and shared the campaign while logged into her Give Campus account. And because she did so, she was able to track that her sharing generated 223 clicks, 60 gifts, and an astounding $4,923. So it's really important that as you go to share the campaign, you are logged into your account so that those sharing results can be tracked for you. So as I showed, once you click the Facebook or Twitter buttons, that will automatically populate on your Facebook. And if you would like to share via text or email, by clicking on these buttons, you'll copy a link into your clipboard that you're able to easily paste somewhere and share out to have your advocacy tracked. Are there any questions on sharing the campaign? I see I have one question coming in about if you're expected or not to set up a match or a challenge. Erin, feel free to chime in here as well, but definitely becoming an advocate is mostly about sharing the campaign. Of course, you're encouraged to set up a match or a challenge, but definitely an option. I don't think that it's necessary, but Erin, please feel free to chime in here as well.
That is correct. We are not requiring anyone to create a match or challenge.
So the last really fun way to become an advocate on Give Campus, once you've taken the steps I've outlined so far, if you're feeling bold, we encourage you to set up what we call the personal plea video. I don't know if any of you remember the ice bucket challenge that was really big a few years ago, but the personal plea is somewhat like Give Campus's version of the ice bucket challenge. And what it is just a quick selfie video or video of another sort explaining why you're giving back to the University of Toledo, why this campaign is important to you, and why you've chosen to become an advocate. So setting up a personal plea is a great way to personalize the campaign and really talk about why it's meaningful to you especially. So here you can see Jen set this up. It wasn't anything high tech. She just took a quick video on her phone and created her video here. And because of that, was really able to engage a lot of people through many clicks and several gifts. If you'd like to set up a personal plea, it's really simple. You can just do so by going to this Advocates tab and clicking on Create Personal Plea. And then from there, you'll be able to, I'm not logged in right now, but if you were logged into your account, just upload the video. A member of our team will just do a quick review of it, and then you can share it out with your family and friends on whatever avenue you'd like. So those are the main steps to become an advocate. I'm just going to review them very quickly and then open it up for any remaining questions. The first step is to sign up for your Give Campus account, either using your Facebook or your email address. Next is to make your gift either by using the Give Now button or choosing to set up a match or a challenge gift. Next, sharing the campaign using these buttons while logged into your Give Campus account. And finally, creating a personal plea video. There's one other thing that I'd like to highlight because I just noticed it now, but there are also incentives associated with advocacy. So if you, through sharing the campaign, generate 10 gifts, University of Toledo is going to give you a shout out on social media. So extra incentive to get involved and really be a champion for the campaign.
And just to give you all a heads up, we are working on those incentives right now. So while on Olivia's screen it says if you donate $5, you get a pop socket, that's not actually accurate, but we're working. We're tweaking all of those incentives at this time.
Yeah. One other thing I want to mention is that now that you all have access to this page through the link that Dan shared out, and I'm sure that Erin will follow up with it as well. But since you have access to this page, I really encourage you to get on here, start making your gifts, start setting up your matches, making your personal pleas early on. We really find that early campaign activity is a great indicator of long-term campaign success. And future donors to the campaign are going to really look to you as the ones who are setting the tone. So please feel free to come here early and play around on the page, and it'll make a big difference. I'm looking at some questions coming into the chat box now. When you share, is it specific for the fund you're promoting, or do you have to instruct donors to this? It's absolutely not specific to the fund you're promoting. If you'd like, of course, to promote a specific fund and include that in your messaging while you're sharing it and encourage others to give back to that, you're totally able to. But when donors come to the campaign, they'll have the option of donating to whichever funds they feel inclined.
If I can jump in real quickly, David, that's a question. So what we're doing is we're setting this up as it's called a parent-child campaign. So this page that we're looking at right now is the parent page. We're also going to have sub-pages. So for example, the College of Engineering, the College of Nursing, Student Life, all kinds of different groups, departments on campus will have their own page that looks similar to this, and it will be linked under the About section from this main page. So for example, I'm not sure which organization you're with, but let's say you were with College of Engineering and you wanted to promote College of Engineering. You could sign up to be an advocate on the College of Engineering page.
Yeah, great point. And one other thing I wanted to note about that is whichever page you become an advocate for, your advocacy will be reflected on that page specifically. So just know that whatever advocacy you're doing will be specific to that page and will appear on the advocates tab of that specific page. The next question, I think I'll read it out, but I'm going to defer to Erin on this one. And Julie Kathleen wrote in, so when will the site be live so that we're able to share or set up individual matching gifts and challenges so they're visible on 10/16?
The page is officially live right now if you go directly through the link that I sent to you. We plan on doing a big promotion of it all on October 2nd, I believe is the date. Yes, Tuesday, October 2nd. So it is live now if you wanted to start setting things up, but knowing that we are working on those child campaigns. So Julia, for example, if you wanted to do stuff for athletics, that page won't be available until October 2nd. However, this main page is.
All right, thanks, Erin. Are there any other final questions before we wrap up today? All right, well, I will be providing a recording of this to Erin, and she will be sure to send that out to you. But thank you all for coming today. Oh, I just had a question come in from Ruthie, I'm seeing, about the time commitment that this takes. Really, it should not take that long. Sharing can really happen within a click of a button. And at most, if you're setting up a personal plea, those can just be, a 30-second video. So there shouldn't be that large of a time commitment associated with this. All the steps I outlined today are all the steps you'll need to take. So I hope that answers your question.
One other thing we're going to ask the advocates to do, if they're comfortable, is share throughout their own social media outlets. So for example, if I had Facebook, I would go on and share some of the content that's being posted by the University of Toledo and the University of Toledo Alumni Association Facebook page, so that others within my network would be able to see the updates. So that will drive them to the Give Campus site to donate, but we will also be posting things that are going on throughout the day.
Great, thanks so much. Well, thank you all again for coming today and taking the time out of your busy schedule to listen to this training. The work that you're going to do on behalf of University of Toledo is really so important in making this campaign a huge success. So I'm excited to see all you accomplish on the Rocket Forward campaign. And thanks again.
Thank you very much, Olivia. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.